my next guest, I mean, not the best way to intro you with this guy in a gold jacket talking about these Broncos. Joe Hortiz, how are you?
Man, this is 2 years in a row. You led me in with KC last year. I mean, I think you're doing this intentionally, Kay. We're
I know
doing
that.
great.
I know you can handle it. It is so good to see you. Listen, I had Sean Merriman on yesterday or the day before yesterday, and he dropped this. I mean, this is like pure energy, pure vibes.
Yeah.
This guy is a maniac. And he goes,
Awesome.
no, Kay, you don't understand. Before the games, I go seeking out Joe. I go seeking out Joe so I can get his energy. What is wrong with you or right with you? What is that?
No, I don't know if it's the chicken or the egg because, Sean, he did our hype video for pregame, and it's awesome. And he narrates it, and it's the storm's coming, and he's in there, and so he gets me fired up, and then I go over to him and get him fired up. But I don't know. My wife actually sent me that clip, and I saw it, and it's just, man, I just have so much fun watching the guys play and compete. And I mean, you're talking about being 5 foot. I'm 5'8". My dream was to be one of these guys, and I'm not. And I wasn't. But they live out every boy's dream. We all want to be out there. I just get so fired up for them, and just have so much fun watching them and seeing them do well. And that's what we want. I just want the guys to do well, all the players to do well and succeed, and their family. And so you just get caught up in it, and you're ready to go. And Sean's the same way. So it's great, man. We have a great time.
It's amazing. And I'm so glad that you mentioned that you're 5'8" and that you wanted to play football. Of course, we did a little digging. And you played some quarterback, I believe, leading
Jesus
the
God, man, my parents
Middletown
didn't do that?
Cavaliers. Hold on, Middletown Cavaliers to a Pop Warner national tournament. This is 1990. Can you scout a young Joe Hortiz for us?
Yeah, I could. I was smart, could run well, and couldn't throw very well. So we ran the option. We were a wing T team, and then we went back to like tried to duplicate Colorado's offense back there where they were running the option, and took advantage of the speed of myself and our backs, and we were a pretty good little team. I think Tommy Polly's team knocked me out of in the semifinals. Tommy picked me off, and I didn't even realize it was him until he was playing for us in Baltimore, and he was talking about this fast team from Delaware that wore blue, and I'm like, wait a minute, were you? And he was like, yeah, that was me. Well, and so we ended up going against each other, and he knocked me out. So, but that was a lot of fun. So that was really the highlight of my football career. I was a baseball player more so, and not even very good at that. But little boy had dreams, and
Yeah.
here I am living it as a GM. So it's pretty cool.
I think you're doing okay, Joe.
Yeah.
I think you're doing okay.
Okay.
What do you like in the draft room? You have that like signage behind you.
Yeah.
You're saying you're fired up on game day. Is that the dynamic? Are you like insane, or are you more calm? What are you like?
Yeah, I learned from Ozzy and Eric, and just like, hey, do all the work ahead of time, get in there, just be prepared, let the draft come to you. And that's the way it was in Baltimore. And you meet, and you're with the scouts and the coaches, and you get everything lined up. And draft day is you're anxious, excited. You got that energy going that you're going to get better. But you just kind of let the draft play out and come to you. And obviously, you weigh some moves here and there, up or back, but you try to have everything planned out and just execute the plan.
I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already. I thought about you in the draft because you crushed it so hard last year. Oh. And I almost hated that for you because it's like, how do you follow up with Joe Alt and then Lad freaking McConkey? Like, how do you, did you feel that pressure? Did that play it? Like, it's hard to follow up that, record of the year album with the following one that's also a hit.
Well, so the challenge of the scouts and the room is like, hey, listen, man, let it motivate you, and let's see if we can duplicate it. You don't take it as pressure. You take this, we had a good draft last year. Let's see if we can match it, and if, we keep matching these drafts, we feel like we're going to build a good, deep team. So, that's the plan and that's the goal. Let's go in and match last year's success and see if we can get even better.
Let's talk about your first round pick, and congratulations on what looks like a brilliant draft. We'll talk next year about it, of course. Yeah. Omarion Hampton, he gets to the Bolt. We saw the pictures. We saw this. He gets there. He shakes everyone's hands. You onboard him, whatever that looks like. After those first couple of days, you sit down at your desk. What's going through your head?
Oh, just that we got a talented player that's really going to help us for the next 5 years at a minimum. And, the running backs are important in this league, and we got a great young one, and everyone was excited to get him. Just a really talented player. I watched him honestly when I was watching Drake May last December, or November, I'm watching Drake. I'm like, holy cow, who is this running back that's just running through arm tackles, making guys miss, and then just showing the long speed to finish or break off, big runs. And obviously, all our scouts that went into North Carolina this year and everyone who did them loved them. And I think I said it when we drafted him, it was a unanimous pick. Everyone wanted him, and everyone was fired up to get him. So we're really excited to bring him on board.
Joe, you were scouting quarterbacks?
Well, you always got to evaluate the quarterbacks. You always
Always.
got to evaluate the quarterbacks.
I want to clarify.
They
Just want to
also had a
clarify
wide
before
out there
the
in North Carolina.
internet
They
lights
had
on fire.
Yeah, I was scouting the offense.
Of course.
Yeah.
You knocked it out of the park with Lad McConkey. We were talking in our production meeting this morning, like who could be prouder of what any of their draft picks accomplished. It was phenomenal. Over 1,100 yards in his rookie year, so many targets. Just like a young kid. When I know the playoff game it didn't finish how you wanted it. We all know that. Right. But when you're watching him personally have this tremendous game after this crazy season, like what is that like knowing that you brought him in there?
We brought him in, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and I think that's any scout when you watch a player and you stand up on the table for him, coaches too. Like when you put that work in and you see a player that you really like and you're able to get him, and then you see him have the success. You can be more proud as an individual, and then really for the player. Like I think of the games that he had and really all of our rookies, you're really proud for him. And, just Tarheeb when he had that 2-pick game and you're so excited for him and what he brought to the team. So it's our chance to help the team win, really. It's everything we do before game day, we have nothing to do with game day as a scout. We do all our work and then you say, okay, let's see if I help this team, if we help this team and to see that, okay, that's the way we can contribute. That's an awesome feeling for us as scouts, but really the fun is watching the player's success.
I mean, 197 yards against that Texans defense was insane. I know it wasn't the win and we're trying to get further than that. And we got to help him, like as great as Lad is, like we want him to have a buddy out there and you address that beautifully, I think, in the draft. Second round, you get the comps are like Michael Thomas, big play, physical receiver, and Trey Harris out of Ole Miss. And you and your team have scouted plenty of wide receivers over the years. What is your favorite thing about him?
I'd say his playmaking ability, but he's just his instincts as a player. As a former quarterback, and you watch him, you see him, he sees the defense, and that's an advanced thing. That's an advanced thing for a wide receiver to have, and he can really he sees where the way coverage is rolling. He knows how to set up routes. And then obviously when he gets the ball in his hands, he's big, fast, explosive. He's a great blocker, a great teammate. He does everything that you want a wide out to do, and he does it all well. So he's, like I say, he's a former quarterback. He's faster than I think his 40 time indicated, and I think we'll see that next year. But love his size, playmaking ability, but his instincts for the game are really good.
Yeah, I watched a little Jackson Dart. He was making all the plays. I think you literally stole another first-round talent, second-round receiver.
Well,
I think without the injury, he would have been a first-rounder. And I think he's unbelievable.
Well, when the Giants took Dart, they're showing all his highlights. And if you watch, it's number nine. It's like, oh, my God. Move on to the next pick. Let's quit showing this guy because we had a long ways to go at that point, So you're just hoping, and I thought there was a chance he'd be there. But, just because in some of the projections and rankings, he was down just a little bit. And I'm like, okay, there's only one that has him up there where we're picking or right around where we're picking. So I thought he'd be there, but it's always a risk.
He's a star. He's so freaking good. Are you done adding wide receivers?
I think right now we're going to see what we got out there this weekend and through OTAs, but I would never say we're done adding anything. Any chance we can get to where, if we need the help, if we can help improve the team and the competitiveness of the team and competition at the positions, we'll add any position. So always looking, I think last year we added Tony Jefferson in June and then traded for Elijah, Molden at the end of at the 53 cut. And both of those additions paid dividends for us throughout the course of the year. So we're always looking to improve the team and add depth or competition.
Were you interested in George Pickens? Got traded today to the Cowboys?
I watched George Pickens for 3 years. I'll say that, so in Baltimore. So, and then obviously played against us last year. So
You guys
talented
play, I
player.
believe, in Brazil, Joe, week
We
one,
do
right?
play in Brazil. We do.
How's
We
your
do.
Portuguese?
Not very good. Not very good. I may need to take somebody with me who can speak Portuguese, but I don't know how much we'll be venturing outside. We're going to get in, I think, the day before, maybe 2 days before, and get to work and try to get a win and get out.
If you could pick, I know there's a lot of rumors about, there's a division rival that you might be playing. If you could pick the opponent, who is it and why is it the Texans?
I have no idea who it's going to be. I have no idea who
Okay.
it's going to be. And honestly, I don't think you think about the opponent. I think you think about the opportunity for us, and it's a chance to start 1-0, and a chance to be on national television, or the prime time solo game. So, I don't know who's going to carry the game, and I don't know who we're going to play, but it's a great opportunity for us as an organization, and we're excited to go down there. And heard nothing but great things about it from the two teams that went there last year. So we're looking forward to it.
I read a fun fact that you and Les Snead used to share, I believe, an office while working at Auburn, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was a fun office. We had Les was back there, and Will Muschamp was our defensive GA. So we had a lot of fun back there. Les was the recruiting GA. I was a student assistant working with the offense, and we just they were definitely the guys that showed me the ropes and took care of me because I think I was probably 19, maybe 20 when I first started
Wow.
working at Auburn, and so Les did a great job mentoring me. He was there for about a little over a year, and then he got a job with the Jags and took off. And then it was me and Muschamp for a couple of years, and then he left. So I was solo without those two guys. So, but
I mean,
it
you were
was
younger. I'm glad to hear he was nice. Is that not insane that now you're like crosstown rival GMs? Is that not
yeah.
insane?
I mean, like you can't write that script, right? Like that's really cool. We laugh about it. It's fun. And Pat Dye, the agent who went to Auburn, his father coached actually Les, and Pat's like, I can't believe two guys from Auburn, Alabama are GMs in LA. So it's unique, and it's certainly a lot of fun, and you know we're enjoying it for sure.
Did he hate first round picks back then also?
Yeah, I don't think we were just trying to survive. We were like ducks on water, man. Like just try to stay calm on the surface, paddle like hell underneath.
Yeah, ducks on the water sounds great to me. I like that Khalil Mack is back, of course.
So do
Why was
I.
it important to you to get that done and get that done early and not let him become a free agent?
Oh man, he's just I think about when I first got the job, and I obviously prepped on the Chargers, and I knew the Chargers because we had played him the year before, and just such a great player. But when I watched him, really that the year before I got here, the last two games of the year, we had a tough year, and you watch those last two games, and he is playing absolutely intense and like just relentless football in games that really it's not going to help him get to the playoffs. And just to see that type of energy and effort and, care factor playing a football game, I was like, God, we got to keep this guy around. And certainly I saw it as soon as I met him and watched him lead. And first, his talent speaks for itself, but who he is as an individual, a teammate, a man, a husband, a father, just everything about him's great. And yeah, we didn't want to lose him. And, we're fired up to keep him.
I'm so happy that he's there. I think you did such an excellent job of going all in surrounding this quarterback, Justin Herbert, who you and Jim have spoken very highly of, even just recently, even this week, with all the talent he needs to make it past a team like the Texans in the playoffs. Like that must be the mindset, right? Like you've got the regular season down. You're good. This is a team that wants to go even further in the playoffs. And we love that. There's an idea, and there was an idea on my show, even from a Chargers alum. Chris Harris Jr. said that he questions his clutchness, that it's something that's under scrutiny. What would you like to say about that?
I mean, look at Justin's shown plenty of clutch moments. I mean, he's led the team to wins. He's led us to wins, and gosh, I don't know. I wasn't here the year he did it, but in the shootout, he scores late to tie the game, like, and he's done so many remarkable things already. You know, he's got two playoff losses. All right. That happens, and that's happened to a lot of great quarterbacks. And, you know what? Our goal is to just keep giving him cracks at it. And I know he's going to deliver. He's so talented, so smart, and really one of the best competitors I've ever been around. And it's you watch him, he puts his body on the line.
Yeah.
Let's play go to strings of play out as long as he can to make something special happen. So it's coming. That's what I'll say. It's coming. I don't worry about
I
his
love
question.
that.
I've seen it. I've seen it in person.
Yeah, I would say I think it was the 3 straight wins to get into the playoffs where your season's on the line.
Right.
He showed up and was amazing to send them to the playoffs. So those are clutch games for anybody who's wondering. Okay, I'm wondering just like what now? When do you get to kick your feet up on the desk? Because you do these 3 days of the draft and then I'm like, I hope you get to rest. And then Nick Caserio is like, no, that's when it gets really busy. You got to like sign all these guys and do all these things. When do you get to kick back for a second?
I'm, I'd say, once when we break OTAs and mandatory camp and OTAs, you get a chance to, maybe do a little fishing and
Great.
hang out at the beach. But you really don't want to out here. Okay. You live out here. It's like, come on outside, get to work. And, it's just so much fun here. This facility that Dean built us here and John and AG built us, it's phenomenal.
Amazing.
I mean, the Spanos family's been awesome to me and my family and to all the coaches here. And it's, what do we got to do? Let's go to work, and so let's have, and we have a great time doing it. I mean, Coach is, Coach, he's the best. And he keeps everything.
I don't.
fun.
I think Coach is,
Oh, you don't?
I don't know him very well. I'd like actually for you to tell me, like if I could create like the office of an NFL, like coach, GM partner, it'd be you guys. Like I want to be there. I want to be there for it. What is, people like to say like, oh, that's so Jim Harbaugh. Last one for you. What's the most like that's so Jim story you can tell me? You've been together a year now.
Yeah.
Anniversary in January.
I'll be honest with you. It's his honesty, like in meetings, and it's any meeting. It's a staff meeting. It's a team meeting. What's so Jim is that he's going to be completely honest and he's completely competitive and he cares. Like, I mean, honestly, I worked with his brother for 16 years, John, and John is like a brother to me. I've known Jim during that entire time. Heck, he was our quarterback when I first started in Baltimore. But he's able to connect so well, and he cares so much about the team and everyone who's a part of it. So that's what's so Jim. Like, he just special leader, special competitor, special person, and really genuinely cares about everyone. And when I mean everyone, I mean everyone. Like if there's something, an issue that he wants to know and he wants to get in there and help. And so that's what's so Jim. He just cares about everybody, and he makes it so much fun to come to work and partner up with him and be his teammate. And I think everyone in this building feels that.
I love that. We're going to take a short TV break, but we are still live on YouTube. I want to get this out. NFL fans are freaking out. They love uniform changes. Yesterday, I know this may be not your department, but everybody goes nuts because they heard a report that the Chargers are going to have the alt helmet this season. Can you confirm?
I can't confirm anything because right over here in the corner is one of our PR people, and they got a laser trained on me, so I can't confirm anything. But I know we dabble with some stuff, so I'm sure there's something coming. I don't know.
Can you give a hint? Is it navy? Blink if it's powder blue. Blink if it's powder blue.
I haven't seen anything. They literally. There was the true story. There was one day they're out on the balcony here and overlooking the fields, and they have curtains all wrapped around. And I'm like, what's going behind the curtain? And they stopped me from going behind it. And they were doing some secretive photo shoot back there. So I haven't even seen it. I don't even get any privilege for that.
Do you like this? What do you think of this? Rate this outfit.
Have we worn that? That was before my time.
I don't know.
We wore white helmets.
Hamilton, I don't even know. This means yes. He all but confirmed it. PR, we love you for the Chargers. Joe, I appreciate you so much. Congrats on nailing it again in the draft. I cannot wait to see the leap you guys take and shut DeMarcus Ware up in year 2 of your tenure.
No, yeah. By the way, you got the week of the pass rushers on here, right? You got Merriman and now DeMarcus. Yeah. He came out. He was one of the best classes from the state of Alabama that year. Not one Alabama
draft class
in the first round. He was awesome.
Yeah. We got to get Khalil on again.
Yeah.
By the way,
Troy, Roddy.
By the way, people might not know, like that view you're talking about it is iconic. It is truly the best thing in the NFL to be at the Bolt, this insane facility, by the way, that makes me want to like hit the leg press, overlooking the fields. And it is the most unbelievable place. Like I just love that view.
It's awesome. Every day I walk in from the back parking lot along the fields and along the side of the building.
Yeah.
The sun's coming up at 7 a.m. The guys are lifting, the garage doors are up. It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
such it's a really minus the glare as you're driving in, it's unbelievable.
Yet somehow when
to
I was
be.
there and I met Joe Alt, he was like complaining about the price of eggs in like
Yeah.
LA. You know, I hope he's liking it better. Is Joe coming to terms with his tough new lifestyle here on the West
I
Coast?
think he is. I think he is,
Okay.
That's why I tell everyone, just come out here one time, just try it on
Yeah.
for size, because once you get here, you're not going to want to leave. And, I tell
Yeah.
any free agents listening out there, come on to LA,
There we
and
go.
try us out.
Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen knows how great it is out there.
Yeah, he does. He does.
We'll see you later, Joe Hortiz. Enjoy your time. Like everybody, be jealous
Okay.
of us that we live in LA. Appreciate you. Thanks to the Chargers. And you are going to have to leave that view and go to Brazil week 1.